Today, I'd like to try going out for the first time in 4 years to a street.
What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to Grim. This girl wants to be an alien so badly that she's willing to change the color of her skin just to look the part. Keep watching to see just how far this obsession has gone for her, and without further ado, let's just meet her, shall we?
I've wanted blue skin, and every time I've seen someone with blue skin, I've thought, I want to be that person.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. I get why you'd think that every time you saw someone with blue skin. Wait, what are you talking about? What blue-skinned people is this girl seeing around? Like, that doesn't exist, bruh. What even gave her this idea? Did she see the poster for the Blue Man Group and think to herself, hey, I want to be just like them? Like, I'm already confused. Maybe she's just delusional and seeing people from the Avatar movie in her everyday life.
I started being agoraphobic, and I'm in this tiny space 99.9% of the time.
Okay, so that part of this is actually pretty sad. So if you guys didn't hear, this girl is agoraphobic, which is basically being afraid of leaving your house because you think something bad might happen to you while you're out. And that is actually a very, very real phobia that affects a lot of people. It's sort of rare, but I'm sure you guys might have heard of it before. And it seems like this girl is pretty far along in her phobias, since she seems to be boarded up in what looks like a children's play castle all day. I'm sure she enjoys being in this magical elf alien world that she's built for herself, but that is sad if this is just her way of coping with a very serious phobia of going outside.
Today, I'd like to try going out for the first time in 4 years.
Okay, dude, is this girl getting advanced beta testing privileges for Amazon's drone delivery service or something? Like, how has she not gone outside for 4 whole years? I have a really tough time buying that. Who's supplying her with all this blue makeup? That has to be a lot just that she's running in through in general if she's going to have to be doing this face every single day. Jokes aside, though, this is going to be interesting. I hope it's not too much for her to go outside, but it is nice that we get a peek into this, since I'm guessing most of my viewers aren't agoraphobic, and neither am I, so we can't really relate to her fears. I know I'm the opposite. I just don't like going outside because I'm a fat, lazy piece of crap, but it would be pretty crippling to just be straight up afraid out of your mind just when it comes to thinking about leaving your own home.
Chal verpa ha. That's Klingon for I like flowers.
Alright, now she's speaking Klingon. This is a girl of many talents right here, bruh. It would be hilarious if she's just down here in this dungeon of hers, you know, every single day, learning the most obscure fictional languages that have ever been created for fun. I mean, that way she really will seem like an alien when she starts going from speaking Klingon to parcel tongue in an instant. Like, what human is capable of that?
I've always been different, even when I didn't dress different purposefully.
Okay, seriously though, all jokes aside, this to me just seems like a girl that is incredibly socially awkward or inept and enjoys being a homebody and uses her free time to be creative and weird. So it's definitely shocking to look at some of these looks, but at the same time, I kind of rock with some of them, you know? It's different, and that's what makes it so sick to me. So I'm really not hating on this, even though it is odd. But I will say I don't really know about the blue skin, you know? That might be taking it a bit too far. We don't gotta be full on doing alien cosplay 24/7. I just feel like that's so extra and so much work, but I respect the hustle, alright? That's all I'm saying.
My boyfriend, I think, he'd love me no matter what I look like.
Okay, this makes so much more sense now. Of course that's her boyfriend, bro. These two are perfect for each other. They're like the type of people you follow on TikTok because the novelty of their looks is so weird that you just have that curiosity to wonder what goes on in these people's lives, you know? You guys know the exact type of people I'm talking about. I just want to know if they are both home 24/7, and if so, how are they making enough money for one, purchasing all of this makeup that it requires for these looks, because that cannot be cheap to be doing all day, every day. And two, how do they afford to live where they live if neither of them work? So I'm guessing he's the breadwinner in this situation, and he's allowing her to live, basically.
I don't pay myself every day just because I can't afford the amount of face paint it would take.
Oh, that answers my question. Apparently, she can't do it every day, because I swear that would be like $1,000 a month. And at that point, if she's not leaving her home and not making money from this aesthetic somehow, like on Patreon or something, I don't think she'd be able to maintain that at all, obviously.
I've done quite a bit of research to try and find a way to become permanently blue, and it's not been very successful so far.
And I really hope she is doing ample research about this whole skin changing process and not about to go to some random country to try to get a surgery done on her to make her skin blue. You know, I don't think that's going to be very safe for you or possible at all, besides tattooing your whole body, which would be insanely painful and expensive. She's probably just painting when she can, to be honest, but I mean, I'd hate to hear this turn into a horror story where she, I don't know, accidentally turns herself into a blueberry like that girl in Willy Wonka or something, bro.
I started being agoraphobic. Eventually it just broke me. For me, it's a fear of people.
Sounds like this girl just started to get very paranoid, thinking of all the possible things that could happen to her if she stepped outside. And eventually all that thought cycle blossomed into this giant phobia of hers now, where she claims she hasn't left her house in 4 whole years. I'm sure her boyfriend is fine with going outside, so he probably gets what she needs, but that's crazy, alright? She's been locked away in her home for I don't know how long, without even leaving that much at all.
I live on a boat with my boyfriend. This is where I spend most of my time.
Wait, dude, she isn't even stuck in a home. She's legit just living with this dude on a tiny boat and been stuck there for 4 years. That's insane, dude. I would get seasick and claustrophobic at the same time, I think. Like, that sounds like an actual nightmare for me. That explains, though, why her room and windows look so weird in the intro. I was thinking about that. You know, I should have guessed that from the beginning. But I guess it's not every day you expect people to be living on a boat.
Today, I'd like to try going out for the first time in 4 years to a street.
She makes it sound like it's the end of the world and she has to go on a supply run while staying away from zombies or something, dude. To be honest, it probably is that dire in her own mind. She probably just has let this obsession with staying indoors progress to such a level that she just half expects a full piano to fall on her head out of the sky as soon as she steps outside. She's basically gonna be like one of those old cartoons where they keep getting hurt by explosions and TNT.
I think it'll be difficult for her, very difficult, but I think this is something that she wants a lot.
I'm sorry, dude. I was completely distracted while this guy was talking. I'm sure he's got good things to say about his girlfriend, but I can't take my eyes off of this spot behind his ear where he can't paint because he probably put on his 100 earrings a bit too early and doesn't want to have to paint over them.
So we're gonna go out and try to go visit town, some place in town. Hey, do you think you'll be okay?
These two are dedicated, dude. It must take them like 10 hours each to get ready in the morning. They might as well hire a full makeup effects crew for their morning routines at this point.
So guys, real quick, I have a super fast challenge that only takes 5 seconds to complete. So if you can leave a like and subscribe within the next 5 seconds, you'll get 10 years of amazing luck. Just give it a try, it really works.
Oh my god, I'm actually doing it.
Her reaction to being outside is how my mom probably expected me to react whenever I left my room as a kid. I swear she thought I would become the world's biggest hermit ever. You know, I still prefer to stay inside and play video games or just watch TV all day, but still I think this girl is obviously in a much worse situation. It's cool that she's able to step outside like this and face her fears though. Even though it might seem like it's not a big deal to us who actually go out to school or work every day, she probably feels super happy and proud to have done this. And I mean, for the first time in like 4 years, that's gotta be quite odd. I wonder if she would get land sick by now. She's been living on this boat for a few years, so I feel like it would be the opposite effect when she's on land, or does it just totally not work like that at all? Probably not. I don't know. I'm terrible at science, okay? Oh, of course, her first time out, it's literally a hailstorm. That's gonna instill some hope in her for sure. You know, also they went through all this trouble with the makeup, and it's gonna be all washed away from the hail and wind after this. What a shame.
Oh my god.
Were you expecting this kind of weather?
No, but I like it.
She low-key looks like she's freaking out a bit here. You know, I think her man should get her back to the boat at this point before she has a full-blown panic attack. This really is not the best conditions to be stepping out in for the first time in a few years, but it's still cool she was down to do it, and she's pretty brave for that. I bet the cameraman had to film on that day, so, you know, there was no way around it, but still, that's gotta be scary. Imagine stepping outside for the first time in almost half a decade and having to stand in a hailstorm. It'd be a lot for your senses. Probably expects every day to be like this. How does she even have a grip on that umbrella right now, my G? Like, those nails would make it very difficult to do anything. Her whole look just stresses me out. I feel like there would be so many easy opportunities for her to ruin her makeup or nails at any point while being outside. You know, maybe that's what terrifies her so much. Maybe she's so sick of having to spend so much money and time on makeup that she doesn't want to risk having it all be melted off every time she steps outside. I mean, it looks like she's living in that same environment as me, where it's just been raining all day every day, and that's not going to be easy to keep that look for more than 5 seconds. To be honest, at least the boyfriend has hope for her, and it's nice that he's patient and deals with this, because I'm sure he'd like to take her out on dates or go do normal things outside with her, and he simply can't with the situation they have here. This poor dude is stuck bringing her food every day and just sitting on this random boat with her, but I'm sure they still have ways of enjoying their time together, even when locked up in this tiny confined space on the water. And they honestly seem like a chill couple of people that are both really odd and just embrace that side of them truly, so I really can't hate on them all that much, you know? I just hope this girl gets better about her agoraphobia, because it's so much that she's missing out on. Like, seriously, there's so many cool things in this world that balance out the scary things that could possibly happen to you, but probably won't. So it's not worth it to worry about it, you know? If any of you guys were feeling this way about leaving your house or had anxiety, hopefully this video made you feel a bit better. And if you're like me and not worried about that, hopefully it was just entertaining. As always, I'll see you guys in the next video, and until then, peace out.